Hello everyone! It's yet another time that I get to welcome you back after the long break to your all-time favorite show, The Expositors, with Kidamedan. Here, we inspire, equip, direct, and help in the realization of a well-balanced life. And today, we'll be beginning on the Campus Journey series. And our guest will be taking us through his campus life experiences. I am your co-host, Kepoi Tanta.
Richard is a young man, brought up in one of the small villages in Kiambu County. Richard is a God-fearing guy. He is a finalist, as you have said. He is a student of mathematics here at MUST.
Huyo ni mtu wa hesabu.
Mtu wa hesabu. Sisi tunafanyanga hesabu here at MUST.
Ni nini hicho ambacho kilikuleta huku ukajipata mimi wacha niende campus, nitie bidii niende campus?
Actually, that thing started in 2006. That is when I first thought of campus. And it is during my uncle's graduation. Yani the celebration that was there. Unajua sisi tumetoka ushago. Ile ushago yenye msee akigraduate, the whole village has to come.
Inakuwa ni sherehe
ingine kubwa sana. So that's when I started it. I felt the need to go to campus. And then nilipofika high school, I met few individuals wenye wengine wanasomea KU, and they among the walisomea actually, because now one of them has a master's degree. They among the guys who motivated me most to come to campus. Actually, hawakuniambia nikuje nisome, nikuje ni have campus experience.
So your uncle's graduation, it was one of the motivating factor yenye ilifanya hata mimi nataka kugraduate
kabisa.
All right. So that is Richard. Umetia bidii sasa, uko pale high school sasa.
Yeah.
Umeanza form 1. Na maisha imeanza. How is that high school experience venye inakuwa high school ilikusukuma aje ufike kwa achieve kufika campus?
High school to me was fun. I was in a local day school and it was a mixed school. So actually I wouldn't say high school. High school I changed at form 2. I changed at form 2 with one of my teachers. That's when my life changed, and actually I never thought of going to campus until I was in form 4.
Okay, so form 1, form 2, form 3
ilikuwa tu kukaa tu kubagaiza
chama high school.
Yeah.
Unajua hiyo ni mixed school sasa.
Sinaelewa
ile maneno
kabisa.
All right. So that there you are at form 4. What point did you now realize that I need to put myself together and to work for this campus thing?
Actually, it was in term 2. You know, in campus there is this mock exam that you do. So in high school, there is the mock exams that you do.
Yeah.
And our principal made it very clear that the mock exam are a reflection of the KCSE.
Just ni kama KCSE imekuja mapema.
Ni kama KCSE mletewa mapema. So as I was writing the papers, hiyo time ndio nilipitanga hiyo mtihani. So now I started seeing myself as a campus material. So nikiingia term 3 nilikuwa nasoma nipate B. Unajua then tulikuwa ni B from 60 and above points.
So that qualify
kwenda campus. Juu nayo PSSP haingeweza bana. Sasa it's during term 3 na ni prince alifanyanga. Ni ile tu unakuanga mnalimangwa mnaambiwa you don't think. You know, in a high school which is local, yeah, that you guys went to the same primary school. Mmejipata in the same secondary school. When you go at home you hang together. So mkienda shule ni mchezo yenye mlikuwa nayo jana, game ilichezwa aje ya Man U. That's what you come to discuss in class. Jana nilikuwa na day fulani. Those are the things that you can fry at this. Yeah, that's the fun of being in a day school.
Okay, so hapo form 4 principal ameweka maisha akasema lazima campus ielekewe.
Yes,
so
lazima.
Which is the worst grade you got pale high school?
I got an E.
E
in everything.
What happened?
It was in term 1 of my second year in high school, form 4. I did form 4 twice.
Yeah.
And in my second year of form 4, I got everything an E.
An E?
Yes. It means that I went to high school, I went back, I read, I did my exams. But the highest score I had was 25, and that was in mathematics. That's the highest score I had in mathematics.
How was that exam that you got?
It wasn't, the exam was fair. It's only that nilikuwa tu akili hazijasettle kwa class. So you do the exam without necessarily thinking about the exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So finally unakuja, you are in form 4 and now KCSE imefika ile inapeleka campus.
Yes. Ya 2016 ndio nilileta campus.
How having got an A in one exam, as in, how is that transition from an E to a grade that takes you to campus?
Actually, the funny thing is, in term 1 I got an E, in term 2 I improved a little bit and got a D minus. So when I got a D minus, you know, school teachers will tell you that mock exam and a reflection of what will happen in KCSE. So it will be a deviation between 10 and 20 marks.
Sure.
It will be plus or minus 10 or 20 marks. So when I got a D minus, I started somehow getting worried. How will I get to campus? So when I got to term 3, that's when I read, and it changed a little bit with the CU patron intervening and telling me
Mambo ya Mungu jamani.
Mambo ya Mungu akaniambia sasa, it's all, you cannot serve God and still be a failure.
So term 2 you have a D
Minus.
D minus.
Yes.
And you still purpose to go to campus.
Yes.
Then term 3 naingia.
Term 3 naingia. Term 3, our school started becoming a boarding school. I was among the few guys who did the piloting, and I used to sleep on books.
Sleep on books.
Yes,
Nikisoma
bana, si kulalia vitabu.
Okay.
I used to sleep around 11 and wake up at 3. Because there comes a time in a realization and a man realizes that this is what I want.
You got a purpose.
And you got a purpose to get there. You must devise a way. It doesn't matter how, but you have to get there.
So unalala saa 5 usiku, unaamka saa 9. Reading. Okay.
KCSE ikaingia.
How was that experience?
Actually, I tensed. The first paper I did, I think we did the mathematics paper 1, and we were to do another paper. I don't know whether it was history or chemistry paper 1. That day, I did the mathematics paper 1. Mathematics has always been my favorite subject. So the paper kind of challenged me. I tensed, and then that affected my blood pressure. I was diagnosed with low blood pressure. So the following day, we were doing English paper 1 and English paper 2. I slept in English paper 2 for like 1 hour until the invigilator had to wake me up and tell me, Jana amka.
So the other candidates are doing their papers.
Yes.
Wewe umeshalala.
Then
the invigilator ndiye anakuamsha. But ukaenda kumaliza mtihani.
Yes.
So that means mtu anaweza pata D minus term 2.
Yes.
Lakini hiyo D minus I transform to a grade inaweza peleka campus.
Yes, it is very possible. You just only need to decide you want that.
What do you need to do exactly? If you wanna change, you are in form 4 term 2, you are a D minus, everybody is anakupeleka mbio, anakwambia you are useless, and you want to change that scenario to get a grade that inakupeleka campus.
First thing that you need to do is that you need to realize who you are, what you want.
Self-discovery.
Self-discovery. Once you realize what you want and who you are, actually you will go places. It doesn't matter what they are saying. You know, I was that kind of a person. Then I was also struggling with self-esteem issues.
Kujikubali.
Yes, sikuwa najikubali vile. Yaani unaona like you are inferior other than everybody. So when we would sit with guys, I would still give them priority instead of me because I wouldn't think that I was capable of doing what they can do. So when I realized myself, that's when I made a decision of going and now getting this grade. And knowing that these guys get to campus not because they have done something special, it is because they focused and did that what they wanted to, they are supposed to do. So you can just focus and then read.
Wow. So, okay, now sasa umefanya KCSE yako, umepata grade. What grade did you get?
I got a B.
You got a B card? Yeah. How many points?
It was 64 points.
64 points. Now, you are sure that you are joining campus.
Yeah.
Now you have to tune your mind to campus. Now, can you tell us about you joining campus, your first day's experiences in campus?
Yeah, I joined campus on 18th of September in 2017. And let me say that the first day of campus was a bit hectic. For you who understand, if you have gone to the first day in campus, it's a day that you just follow masses. You don't know where you're going. You ask people for directions. I asked one soldier almost, where is SPD. And he directed me as if I am a student here. So akaniambia wewe tembea tu utaiona.
So day one.
Day one. So day one I went and even I aligned with the BCom students. That's when I made the queue because I thought it's only that I consulted. Unaona huyu ako na B, huyu mwingine ako na B, registration number yake, and only yours starts with an S. So you are in the wrong place. So that's when I left and went to SPD. In SPD I was directed by a student leader. I can't recall who. And
finally ukaingia kwa system
ya most.
Ukakuwa student at least. Wow. So now umeshaingia shule, masomo imeanza mbio huku monolaiziwa huku kama high school.
Huku hapana. The only thing that you get it is when you start asking for directions, people never give you the correct directions.
Wanakupoteza kabisa.
Okay. You ask them. I actually bought. Let me tell you. Unaona hii staple pin ya kustepeliwa. I bought one at 50 bob.
Somebody sells your staple.
Yes, one. Ile ya kushika karatasi mbili hivi at 50 bob.
That's during your registration?
Yes.
Hi. It must have been an horrible experience.
Yes, and also the magazine. There is a password magazine that they were sending. It was 500, and without it, ungekuwa registered. But you ilikuwa alive. Sababu afterwards my roommate alikujanga nazo mingi, ananiambia nikupeana zinapeana huko
basi. So somebody just sells you something that's for free just because you are new here.
Yeah.
Wow, but that's campus.
It's campus anyway.
Okay, now you are in the institution already. So what are, now that you are a finalist, what are the ups and downs that you faced? Maybe you can begin with the good side of it.
The good side of it is that I have gained a lot of experience. Campus has given me an exposure that I never had. I've interacted from people from all walks of life, from professors to doctors to ordinary people. And you get to see life from each and everybody's perspective. You know, from coming from Central Kenya, there are some stereotypes that you're told. You're given stories. These people behave this way, these people behave this way. But when you come here, you realize that the Luyas not only love Uganda, you also love Uganda. You do love Uganda also. So when you come here, and campus gives you an experience like no other. High school cannot give. Where you come and meet your peers, people you discuss with, actually your way of understanding education. It gives you now the real application part of education. And also, you meet new friends, you make friends, you create connections with people. Campus, I would say the good thing, it has also molded me. It has given me the discipline that I never had previously. One of the things, the apps that you make in campus is you kusota kabisa.
Campus.
You are, if to say in economic terms or maybe business terms, you can be declared bankrupt very easily in campus.
Yes. All right. So but the good thing, you got connections, you met new friends, you made friends. So which is the best time that you experienced in campus that you can remember? This time I had a good experience in campus.
There is one time that I'll never forget in 2018. In 2018, actually when we were first years, we did our first year for 1 whole year.
Yeah.
There was a summit that was happening in Kisumu, in a Grand Royal Swiss Hotel. And it was a research conference. It was happening in Kisumu. So I and my roommate, we were not aware of that such. But our friends were, and they were attending. But they had a class, I don't know if it's a class that was happening that made them not to attend, and so they gave us their position, CC to end.
Right.
So we went to Kisumu in a research conference. When we sat in the plenary hall, the person who presented was DVC, Kevabi, and a VC from GTC University. The person who asked questions, it was one, a student leader from MUST, and professors. I think there was a professor from Sidema, and another professor from MUST also, another. So we were in the middle of a discussion of professors.
So you are not a student leader.
Yes.
You are not a professor.
Yes.
But you are in the midst of professors and student leaders, and they are presenting.
Yes. And
there you are in in their midst.
Yes, they are having a discussion. After that plenary session, we went for another session, the mathematics department. There were people who were presenting things related to maths. So I decided to attend that one. My friend, we were only 2 students. The rest, if you're not pursuing your PhD, you are a doctor or a professor. So I was in that middle. The conversation that is happening, vitu zinakupita tu hivi, haushikanishi. Because these people are talking about research. I'm a first year. The only thing I know about research is that people do research. They go and ask people questions and then present their findings.
Ukiulizwa mbele hapo, baadaye.
Sasa they are talking about grants. I remember how they were talking about grants, how to use grants, how to apply for grants, who can give you a grant. Mimi niko tu hapo. Wanaongea vitu naziona tu. Huyo anauliza swali hata wewe hauna, hata wewe umeulizwa uko na swali, hata content yenyewe haujashika. So uko tu.
So that was the best.
It was the moment of my life
because you got an experience for that.
Na kula chakula yenye unasabiwa hapa na hapa na hapa na hapa.
That is when you feel like you are in campus.
Yes.
Wow. So we are checking on the other side now. The time that you've never been down in campus.
The time that I have been down in campus. There is a time I was overwhelmed by ministry in second year.
Ministry.
Yes. Serving in the Christian Union. And also sikuwa nimelipa fee. So I had stress on how I'll get my fee and how I'll be able to achieve my ministry. Man, I locked myself in my room and I cried. And I told God, now I don't want ministry again. It is enough is enough. You know, if you have ever served somewhere and the weight of that is on you, you feel like the chairperson was telling me, I can't do this alone. You have to help me do it. So as I was helping him do it, I felt the weight.
Okay.
And then you find the people are not appreciating that. That was the lowest moment of my life. I locked myself up, cried and said, Lord God, I don't want this.
So how did you come out of that situation?
Actually, I talked it with my chairperson. I talked with the then STEM staff, think Caro, and we solved the things and we started delegating other things. And then I talked about Nikapata.
So you want to say that in case somebody is in such a situation, they can always share with somebody.
Yes, actually sharing is one thing that everybody needs to learn.
So usikuwe uko hapo campus tu na maisha imekuwa ngumu na you don't have anybody to share to you. You can share with your friend. They can be your friend, right? Wanasemanga problem shared is halfway solved.
Yeah, it is halfway solved.
Wow, that's nice. Now, you are in camp. How I want to check. How has campus life changed the Richard who was in Form 4?
Yes, I think it is good if we break this thing into three and talk about it in phases. Let's start with the social life.
Social life.
Yes. The campus has changed my social life in so many ways. I've already described with the way I interact with people now. It's not the way I used to interact with them 4 years ago. You know, there is always that now when I approach a person, I know this person can be limited. This person can have abilities that I cannot have. I've learned to appreciate that. I've learned to appreciate diversity. There are people when ukimkanyanga ataongea there and then. Kuna watu wana choose kunyamaza. So it's diversity. Campus has opened up my mind to appreciate people who they are differently and just loving people the way they are. Because the Richard that was there always knew that ukiniambia no ni kukataa umekataa.
Okay, that was your mentality before
campus. But now that niko kwa campus najua that people say no because maybe they can't offer whatever you want them to offer. Maybe it's a service that you want them to do, but they cannot do it. They are not in a position to help you.
Now during your interaction, you realize man can be limited in a way.
Yeah.
Well, that is your social. That's social.
Social.
You've been able to interact with people.
Yeah. Economically, I've learned that it comes a time when you are up economically and the times you are down economically. You can have it and you cannot have it.
There are times you have cash.
Yes, there are times you are totally have nothing. If you ask every comrade, that is what we call ourselves here, they will tell you that there comes a time where between you and sleeping without food, you only have 20 bob. na maybe uko na kaunga tu, so unanunua mboga unakula, ama unanunua unga unakunywa maji unalala. So I've learned how to manage the little money I have, set priorities. It's I used to be an impulse buyer.
Ungenunua tu
nikipata pesa ni kununua tu pesa ishe bana.
Okay.
But nowadays I set priorities. This one can wait, this one can't wait. This one I can keep this money. It is not a must I do this one. It is good if I do it, but it's not a must. It has no effect. So I choose not to do it. So economically, I have learned the discipline of using money. Keeping kutumia pesa penye inafaa, penye haifai unaweka. Yeah, it is a good thing to learn.
There's this mentality that in camp, when you go, like, you know, when I was in 4-4, I thought that campus, you people are paid to read.
No.
I thought there's a lot of cash in campus, you just come, you get money.
No.
What would you tell that person who's watching us? And this person anamaliza form 4 anakaribia kujoin campus. Usimdanganye.
Ni sitamdanganya, nitamwambia ukweli, nitamwambia kitu ya kwanza. Pesa campus, kuna pesa ndio. Unapata help na mzazi anakutumia pocket money. And also maybe ulikuwa na hustle, uko na pesa. Nitakwambia hivi, use money properly. Semester inafikanga place tunaitanga imegonga corner.
Semester iko kwa corner.
Semester iko kwa corner. Hakuna kitu iko. And I think even food in your house knows that, kwa sababu huwa tu inaisha tu automatically. Inaishanga tu. So I would advise a person who is in form 4, campus kuna pesa, but at least learn how to use money. Usikuja hapo ufikirie ukikunywa pesa yote leo pombe, that kesho you will have the same money. Once you spend, you have spent. Your pesa imeisha. You have to look for something else.
Talking about how to spend and discipline, how responsible are you compared to before?
Hey, I'm telling you nowadays I write a list of priorities. I have 20,000. I need to pay fee, I need to pay rent, I need to buy food. And maybe you want to go out for a snack and do whatever, and maybe go out for...
Feel good.
Feel good. And you have to ask yourself, between rent and fees, which one comes first?
First things first.
First things first. Once you settle them, first things first. You settle rent, you know the advantage of being in campus, you can still study as you wait for fees.
Yeah.
But you cannot live in somebody's house without paying the rent. So you first pay the rent. The little that you have, top up in your fee. Then wait, ongea mzazi mzuri. It is good. I have learned to set priorities when it comes to using money.
Wow. So it means the little you're getting, you've got to be very responsible about it.
Very responsible. Although there is one thing, airtime.
So you've grown responsibly when it comes to campus. It has really changed you.
Yes.
Wow. That is social and that's economic.
Economical.
Okay.
Yeah. Spiritually, I was a believer.
Even before you joined the campus?
Even before I joined the campus. I got born again on 16th of February in 2013. That is when I received Christ. But it is campus that has made me know, through the Christian Union, what it means to get born again. It is not just saying I'm born again. That is not it. You have to have a personal relationship with God. You have to know you have to know how to talk to God, how to listen to God. I actually had never read the Bible from Genesis chapter 1 to Revelation, the last verse 21 in Revelation 22. I hadn't, but in campus I have. And actually I'm doing another journey series of reading the Bible.
What's so special about Christian Union in the campus? It's not in local churches.
Actually, the Christian Union gives you an experience that you cannot get in your local churches. It gives you a moment to interact with people, a moment to grow in one. Actually, the good thing about the Christian Union, every semester has its own theme. So as you are doing the semester, you have a theme that you're going. There is accountability in the Christian Union. You have you are taught the word of God, and then you're given an accountability partner, or you choose yourself. And then you have the small Bible study groups. Actually, those they help a lot.
So those structures are aimed at helping you grow spiritually.
Yeah.
So are you saying that in churches we don't have such like?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in the Christian Union, they are there in local churches.
Yeah.
But the accountability that comes with the Christian Union is the best. Because in local churches, your pastor may not be able to follow you in every day because maybe these people are going to work. But in Christian Union, we are all students. And before you develop that discipline of doing it alone, you need to be given accountability to do it.
So you have somebody working.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are proud to say that campus life has really changed you spiritually.
Yes, I'm really proud and I'm happy about Must See You. Then Muko joined us as Muko and then it has transformed to Must See You. I'm actually proud. I'm always a proud member of Must See You.
Wow, that's it. Can you tell that viewer a little bit just about the Christian Union, the importance of all that?
Christian Union is one of the best places you can be. It's a fellowship of brothers and sisters. This is where we discuss everything that pertaining to your life, even about relationship. These are things that we cannot talk about in our local churches. But here in CU, actually we have one whole committee set aside for that, so that you can air out your things. We talk about breakups. These things are real, and we handle them. We tell you how to prepare for marriage, because after this, guys, we expect you to go and get married.
Sure.
And if you are married, how to stay well with your spouse. So the Christian Union is one family. It is interdenominational, yet non-denominational. It is one of the best experiences that a student can have in campus.
Wow. Yeah. So nice. So while you joining campus, better to when you're joining campus, it's good to recognize the importance of Christian Union. There are things that are here in the Christian Union, you will never find them anywhere.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a time, a season that you experience once in a lifetime. Ukitoka campus, umeenda ukienda.
You'll miss the experience.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. Now you are in your final year, and allow me to ask you, what other area of your life have you developed apart from your career pursuits?
I've developed leadership. Leadership, I've been a leader. I've been able to serve as a class rep in my class. At first, I used to get angry based on how people respond. You tell them there's a lecture, and the way they respond, it is not pleasing at all. And they accuse you as if you are joining with the lecturer to harass them. And I've also been a Christian Union leader. My leadership skills have grown because by the grace of God, I've chaired 2 committees in the CU now. And I've been a class rep. I've known how to interact with people, how to handle people. Because kitambo mimi ningekujia na hasira zako, ningekujibu there and then. Nowadays I take my time. I listen from everybody before I make the final decision.
So where did you serve in the Christian Union specifically?
In first year I served in the discipleship committee. In second year I served in media. Okay, that is where I've grown much in media. And then in third year of study I served in the creative ministry, in the theater, and I also served in the male advocate. That's where it have the men and ladies fellowship.
Wow.
Yeah, it has been the greatest honor of my life, and now that I'm in 4th year, I'm serving in the NC.
Wow, it's such an incredible story.
Yeah, it's
wow. Listening to this very inspiring story. Now, what next after you are done with your campus life?
After I'm done with school, I want to take a break first. And I'm tired with schooling. I'm tired with waking every day, reading books. I just want to first take a break. But I will be back to class soon. After that, maybe a year or 2, I'll be back to class. But I want first pursue my masters. I want first to go for have a degree in theology.
Yeah.
And then from there now I can think about masters in maths and some other things.
So this break you're taking me to is like you're on a mute mode, or what is it?
Yes, I want to give my mind a break. From 2001 to date, I've been in class every year. So, but I need to take a break and feel that experience that I used to feel before 2001, before getting to class.
There are those people who want to know about what is it all about campus life. What do you tell such people?
I would tell a person that campus life, it's where you gain experience, it's where you make friends, it's where you go and meet maybe your life partner, you never know. Campus, it's a place that it's so diverse. It's a place that can build you or it can break you completely. So campus can build you if you choose the right people to work with. If umekuja hapa kila weekend ni dunda, sijui na nini umeenda.
You ruin yourself.
You're in yourself. You're doing your future. It's where you move. Actually, this is where you make your future. We are living in our future. Personally, I don't say in my future. I'm living my future from today because I cannot change my career unless now I start going back some few years, which time doesn't have.
So this is the biggest platform that we ever have to make ourselves.
Yes, to make your future. This is the biggest platform you have.
And you know, it's so funny because you're making your future and you're living in it.
Yeah.
Wow. It's an amazing time and moment that you're having you share your story.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Not forgetting to turn on the notification bell. Bye bye. See you next time.